There is a conversation heading toward you, Taurus. It has been building in silence for longer than anyone has said out loud. You have felt it, that low hum in the background of your days, the sense that something important is waiting just around the corner of a moment that has not quite arrived yet. You have gone about your life with the patience that is so natural to you, carrying your usual steadiness, keeping things moving, holding your peace. But underneath all of that, something has been gathering, like water rising behind a dam, slowly, quietly, with a pressure that is patient but undeniable. The conversations that change everything do not always announce themselves with drama. They do not always come with a warning. Sometimes they arrive in a quiet morning, over a simple cup of tea, in a voice that finally says the words that have been waiting for years. And sometimes, the moment they arrive, you realize that everything around you has been preparing for exactly this. These 11 clues are not here to alarm you. They are here to show you what you may already sense in your bones. The moment is already near, and when it comes, you will be ready. 1. You have been mentally rehearsing something you need to say but have not found the moment for. There is something on your mind, Taurus. Something that has been living in the quiet corridors of your thoughts for longer than you want to admit. You have gone over the words in your head many times. You have thought about how to begin. You have imagined how the other person might respond, and then you have imagined all the different ways it could go. Maybe you have been waiting for the right moment. Maybe you told yourself it was not the right time, that things were too busy, that you did not want to disturb the peace you had worked so hard to build. That is very much like you. You are not someone who rushes into difficult conversations. You are someone who waits, who weighs, who considers every angle before you open your mouth. And that quality has served you well in many areas of your life. But there is a difference between taking your time and holding something so long that it begins to feel like a stone in your chest. What you have been mentally rehearsing is not something that can wait forever. The reason you have been going over it so many times is not because you are unsure. Deep down, you are very sure. You know what needs to be said. You know why it matters. The rehearsing is not confusion, it is preparation. And preparation for someone like you is a sign that you are almost ready. The words are not disappearing from your mind. They are sharpening. They are becoming clearer, more honest, more true to what is really in your heart. When Taurus finally speaks a truth that has been held for a long time, it carries weight, carries care. It carries all the quiet attention you have given to finding the right words. That is exactly what is happening right now. The moment you have been rehearsing for is closer than you think. The setting is being prepared. The door is opening. And you already know somewhere inside you that when you finally say what you need to say, it will matter. It will land with the kind of honesty that changes things. Not because it will be perfect, but because it will be real. Real words spoken at the right moment have a power that no amount of silence can match. Your silence has been patient, but your truth has been patient long enough. Something in the universe right now is nudging you toward the moment you have been rehearsing. When it comes, trust yourself. You have already prepared more than you know. 2. A relationship has been carrying an unspoken truth that both sides can feel but neither has named. You know this feeling, Taurus. That particular kind of quiet that lives between two people who are both aware of something but have, by some unspoken agreement, decided not to name it yet. It is not a comfortable silence. It is a weighted one. It has texture. It has the feeling of something thick in the air. Something that every small conversation dances around without ever quite landing on. You have probably felt it in the way conversations stay near the surface. The way a certain subject gets redirected before it can fully arrive. The way something shifts in someone's eyes when a particular topic comes close. You are an earth sign. You are grounded and perceptive in ways that are quiet but deep. You notice things that others miss. And you have noticed this. You have noticed that something in this relationship, whether it is a friendship, a family bond, a romantic partnership, or something else entirely, has been carrying a weight that has not been spoken out loud. The truth has been present. It has been in the room with you both. But neither of you has yet found the exact moment, or the exact courage to name it. That is not a failure. That is something very human. Sometimes truths need time to ripen before they can be spoken. Sometimes both people in a relationship need to arrive at a point of readiness before the words can come. But what is different now, what the energy around you is showing, is that this ripening is almost complete. The silence that has been comfortable enough to maintain is becoming uncomfortable in a new way. And that discomfort is not something to fear. It is a signal. It is the relationship itself asking for honesty. Relationships between people like you, Taurus, are not shallow things. When you commit yourself to someone, whether in love, in friendship, or in family, you bring your whole self. And that means the unspoken truths you carry in those relationships carry your whole self too. The weight of an unspoken truth between two people who care about each other is not nothing. It is everything. And the moment one person finally names it, with gentleness, with honesty, with care, something releases. Something breathes. Something becomes more real than it was before. That moment is coming for you. The relationship that has been carrying this quiet weight is approaching a point of opening. And when it opens, both of you will feel the relief of finally being known. If what you are hearing feels accurate, know that it could happen if you apply this energy consistently for 21 consecutive days. That is the 21-day challenge pinned at the top of this channel. It is built around daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you are tired of staying in the same cycle, that structure is exactly what has been missing. 3. Someone keeps returning to your thoughts in a way that feels like an unfinished sentence. There is a person who keeps coming back to your mind. You may not even fully understand why. You might go about your day moving through your usual rhythms, and then there they are again. Their face, their voice, a memory of something they once said, or something they never quite finished saying. It is not something you can easily explain. You are a practical person, Taurus. You tend to trust what is solid and real. You are not someone who gets lost in flights of imagination without reason. So when something returns to you again and again without an obvious cause, it deserves attention. This person who keeps finding their way back into your thoughts is not there by accident. The mind does not linger on what does not matter. There is something between you and this person that has not been resolved, has not been completed, has not been allowed to fully land. It might be something tender. It might be something difficult. It might be something that simply never had the chance to be said when it should have been. The feeling is like hearing the beginning of a sentence and never hearing the end. Your mind keeps returning to the beginning, not because you are troubled, but because somewhere inside you, you know the sentence is not finished. You are someone who values completion. You value knowing where things stand. The uncertainty of an unfinished connection does not sit easily with you, even if you have learned to set it aside most of the time. But setting it aside is not the same as resolving it. And right now, the energy around you is suggesting that the resolution, the rest of that sentence, is approaching. This person may be about to reappear in your life. Or you may be about to find within yourself the clarity you need to write the ending of that sentence on your own terms. Either way, the loop is close to closing. And for someone like you, Taurus, closing a loop that has been open for a long time is no small thing. It is a breath of air after a long time of holding your breath. It is peace where there has been quiet tension. Pay attention to where your thoughts keep going. The person who keeps appearing in your mind is appearing for a reason. The conversation, the real one, the honest one, the one that resolves what has been left unfinished, is already finding its way to you. 4. You sense that someone close to you is waiting for the right moment to say something important. You have felt it, Taurus. That particular awareness you sometimes get around the people who are closest to you, the sense that they are carrying something they have not yet said. You are perceptive in ways that are not always obvious to others. You do not always announce what you notice, but you notice. You see the small pauses before someone answers a question. You feel the slight shift in energy when a certain subject is near. You hear what is not being said as clearly as you hear what is. Someone in your life right now is waiting. They are waiting for what they believe will be the right moment to say something that matters to them deeply. Maybe they are afraid of how you will respond. Maybe they do not yet have the words perfectly formed. Maybe they have started and stopped this conversation in their own mind dozens of times, the same way you have rehearsed what you need to say. Whatever the reason for their waiting, the truth is that their moment is almost here. The thing they have been holding is pressing toward the surface. And when it comes, it will ask something of you. It will ask you to listen with the full, unhurried attention that you, as a Taurus, are so beautifully capable of giving when you choose to. It may ask you to stay steady when the words land, even if they land in a tender place. Your steadiness in moments like that is one of the greatest gifts you can offer another person. When the world feels like it is shifting, being with someone who does not run, someone who stays, who listens, who holds the space is everything. You are that person. You have always been that person. And the one who is waiting to speak to you knows this about you, even if they cannot fully articulate it. They are coming to you when the moment finally arrives because they trust your groundedness. They trust that you can hold what they need to say. The conversation is coming, and you, patient and strong as you are already prepared for it. 5. A situation has been simmering quietly and is close to the surface now. Not all things announce themselves. Some things, the important ones, the ones that truly change a life's direction, build slowly, quietly beneath the surface of ordinary days. They simmer. They gather heat. They do not boil until they are ready, and they will not be rushed. You understand this way of working better than most, Taurus. You have your own internal pace, and you know the difference between something that is still forming and something that is ready to emerge. There is a situation in your life right now that has been doing exactly that. It has been simmering for a while. You may have sensed it in the way a particular tension has not fully released. You may have felt it in the way a certain situation seems to be holding its breath. Whatever form it takes in your life, a circumstance at work, a family matter, something connected to a goal you have been quietly working toward, or a conflict that has never been fully resolved, it is close to the surface now. The heat underneath it has been steady, and steady heat over time always brings things to the moment of readiness. What is important to understand about this moment is that when it arrives, it will not be a disaster. It may feel intense. It may ask for courage. It may ask you to have a conversation you have been putting off, or to make a decision that has been hovering at the edges of your awareness. But it will also bring clarity, and clarity for you is everything. You are someone who needs to see things clearly before you can act with your full strength. The simmering has been the process of things becoming clear. The conversation that is connected to this situation is not going to catch you entirely by surprise. Some part of you has been expecting it. Some part of you has been getting ready. Trust that part of yourself. It knows what it is doing. The moment the situation comes fully to the surface, you will have everything you need to meet it with your signature quiet power. 6. Your patience with a particular silence has finally run its course. There is a kind of patience that Taurus is famous for. You can wait longer than almost anyone. You can hold steady through uncertainty and delay in ways that others find remarkable. You do not give up easily, and you do not lose your footing when things take time. But there is another truth about you that runs just as deep. And that truth is this: your patience, great as it is not infinite. And when it finally runs its course, when the inner shift happens and you reach the end of what you can quietly endure, something in you changes. It does not change loudly. You are not the type for dramatic scenes or sudden explosions. But something becomes very clear. A door that was open closes with a kind of quiet finality. A decision that was still forming becomes fully formed. A silence that you were willing to sit with begins to feel like something you can no longer accept. You are at that point right now, or very close to it. There is a particular silence in your life. A silence between you and another person, or between where you are and where you know you need to be, and your patience with that silence has nearly reached its end. This is not failure. This is not impatience in the negative sense. This is something deeply different. This is wisdom. This is your inner knowing telling you that you have given this silence more than enough time, more than enough space, more than enough of your careful, generous patience. And now the silence itself needs to be broken. The conversation that replaces it will not be a perfect one. No honest conversation ever is. But it will be a necessary one. And necessary conversations, even when they are hard, are the ones that make room for something better. Your patience running its course is the universe's way of telling you that the time for waiting is over. The time for speaking clearly, honestly, and with the full weight of everything you have held is here. If this message is resonating with your sign right now, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal at exactly the right moment. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support, whether as a subscriber or as a member of this community, is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch hearts, awaken minds, and transform lives. If this video has been making sense to you, drop in the comments the day you were born. Let us keep going. 7. A chance encounter or unexpected meeting is on its way that opens the door. Not every important conversation is planned. Not every turning point arrives through the doors we expect it to. Sometimes the moment that changes everything comes in the form of someone you were not looking for, in a setting you did not anticipate, on an ordinary day that turns out to be anything but ordinary. Taurus, something of exactly this nature is approaching. There is an encounter coming. A meeting, a crossing of paths, that is going to open a door you did not even know you had been looking for. It may be someone from your past who reappears with a different energy, carrying words that finally say what should have been said before. It may be someone entirely new, someone whose presence surprises you, whose words land in a part of you that has been waiting to be reached. It may even be a seemingly small moment, a conversation that begins casually about nothing in particular, that slowly reveals itself as something much more significant. You may not recognize it immediately as the door opening. You may only know it later when you look back. But something in you will stir. Something will feel different after that encounter, as though a window has been opened in a room that had been closed for too long. Fresh air where there was stillness. Light where there was shadow. The universe has a way of doing this, of arranging the setting, preparing the moment, placing the right person in your path at exactly the right time. And for you, Taurus, who is not always easily surprised, who has learned to manage expectations and protect your inner peace, this encounter is going to reach past your careful walls and touch something real. Be open. Be present. Do not dismiss what might at first appear to be a small moment. The conversation that is heading toward you may begin in exactly such a way. Small on the surface, enormous underneath. 8. You have been dreaming of conversations that feel more real than dreams usually do. You may not have mentioned this to anyone. You may have kept it quietly to yourself, the way you tend to keep things that feel private or hard to explain. But lately, the conversations in your dreams have not felt like ordinary dreams. They have felt real. You wake and the words linger. The faces are clear. The feelings are not vague and dissolving the way most dreams are. They stay with you through the morning, through the day, reaching into you like something that actually happened. This is not coincidence, Taurus. Dreams of conversation, especially ones that feel charged with meaning and emotion, are one of the ways the deeper part of you processes what the waking mind has not yet resolved. What is unspoken in your days does not simply disappear when you close your eyes. It rises. It looks for a way to be heard, to be expressed, to find its form. Your sleeping mind is working through conversations that your waking mind has not yet had. It is rehearsing, processing, reaching toward the truth that still needs to be spoken out loud. If you have been dreaming of someone in particular, or of a situation that mirrors something in your real life, pay attention to the feeling those dreams leave you with. Not necessarily the exact words, not the precise sequence of events. Dreams are not a script to be followed literally. But the emotional truth they carry, the feeling of being honest, of being heard, of finally saying what you mean, that emotional truth is real. It is pointing to something in your waking life that is ready to be addressed. The fact that these conversations are visiting you in your sleep is a sign that they are very close to the surface. The gap between the dream and the waking conversation is narrowing. What has been finding its way into your nights is about to find its way into your days. 9. The words you have been holding are becoming too heavy to carry much longer. There is a weight that comes with long-held silence, and you have been feeling it more lately. Not in a dramatic way, not in a way that has broken you or sent you off balance. You are too steady for that. But there is a heaviness, a fullness, a sense that something inside you is pressing outward, looking for expression, looking for air, looking for the release that only comes when truth is finally spoken. You have been carrying these words for a long time, and you have carried them with the patience and the quiet endurance that defines so much of who you are. You are someone who processes things deeply before you speak. You are not impulsive with your words. You know that once something is said, it cannot be unsaid, and so you hold things carefully, choosing your moment. But there is a difference between careful holding and exhausted holding, and what you are feeling right now is beginning to tip toward the second kind. The words you have been keeping inside are not meant to stay there forever. They are not ornaments to be stored in a private place. They are truths that were born to be spoken, and they are telling you so now, pressing gently but persistently against the inside of your chest. This heaviness is not a problem. It is information. It is your inner wisdom telling you that the time for silence has passed, and the time for honesty is here. The words that feel heaviest are usually the most important ones, the ones that carry the most love, the most need, the most truth. And truth, when it finally leaves the body it has been living in and enters the space between two people, does not just relieve the person who speaks it. It changes the room, changes the relationship. It opens something that was closed. Your words are ready to do exactly that. Let them find their moment. 10. The universe has been arranging the setting for this moment with quiet precision. You may not have been watching for it, but if you look back over the past few weeks, past few months, maybe even further, you will start to see it. The quiet precision with which things have been moving into place. Small events that felt random at the time. A chance crossing of paths. A memory that surfaced unexpectedly. A feeling that arrived without an obvious cause. A door that closed and another that opened. Separately, these things may have looked like coincidence. But together, and you can see this now if you look, they form a pattern. The universe does not operate the way we usually expect it to. It does not announce its plans. It does not send invitations with clear return addresses. It works in the language of timing, of placement, of the quiet convergence of circumstances that seem unrelated until suddenly they are unmistakably connected. What has been building around you is this kind of convergence. The setting for a significant conversation, a significant shift, has been being prepared with a care and a precision that no accident could produce. Every person who has crossed your path in a meaningful way, every moment of clarity you have had about what you truly value, every small act of courage you have shown in speaking a little more honestly, a little more directly, all of it has been part of this arrangement. You have not been standing still waiting for life to happen. You have been moving, even in your stillness. You have been growing, even in your patience. And the universe has been watching, adjusting, aligning, preparing. The conversation that is coming did not just decide to arrive one day. It has been being drawn toward you, and you toward it, with a kind of quiet intentionality that only makes itself fully visible when you step back and look at the whole picture. You are very close to the point where the whole picture becomes visible. 11. Deep inside, a part of you already knows what this conversation will change, and you are ready. This is the deepest clue of all, and perhaps the most honest one. Because you already know, Taurus. Some quiet, steady part of you, the part that lives beneath all the thinking and the waiting and the careful patience, already knows. It knows what this conversation will change. It knows what it will open. It knows what it will close. And it knows that you are ready, even if another part of you is still hesitating, still waiting for exactly the right moment, still asking itself whether now is the time. You have always been a person who knows things, not in a dramatic or mysterious way, but in the solid, grounded way of someone who has lived deeply and paid close attention. Your knowing is not loud. It does not announce itself with certainty and fanfare. It arrives quietly, the way things arrive for earth signs, slowly, steadily, with a weight that is unmistakable. And what it is telling you now is this. The conversation you have been sensing, the one that has been building in silence and moving toward you through all of these clues, is one that you are truly ready for. You may not feel ready. You may still have moments of doubt, moments of wishing you could wait a little longer, moments of wondering whether the right words will come when you need them. But readiness for a Taurus is not the absence of hesitation. Readiness for you is the quiet certainty underneath the hesitation. It is the part of you that knows, even while you pause, that when the moment arrives, you will be there. You will stay. You will speak. And you will find, as you always do, that you were more prepared than you realized. The conversation is coming, Taurus. And when it arrives, it will change something. Not by destroying what was there before, but by making room for honesty, for depth, for a truer version of whatever this chapter of your life is becoming. Trust what you already know. Trust yourself. You are ready. If this message resonated with your sign, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it always sends exactly the right signal, and you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or as a member of this community is what keeps these messages alive. They are the messages that touch, awaken, and transform. If this video made sense to you, leave in the comments the day you were born. Taurus, what you have heard today is not a warning. It is not something to fear. It is an invitation. It is the universe, through these 11 clues, reminding you of something you have always known but perhaps needed to hear from the outside. That you are not in the dark. That the things you have felt building in the background of your life are real, and they are moving toward a moment of truth, a moment of honest conversation that is going to matter deeply. You are a sign of depth and loyalty and endurance. You do not take things lightly. You do not enter important conversations without thought. And that careful, deliberate nature of yours is exactly what has brought you to this point of readiness. Because you have not rushed. You have taken your time. You have held your truth carefully, turned it over in your hands, made sure it was real before you allowed it to step into the light. And now the light is here. The moment is near. The conversation that has been building in silence is finding its way to the surface. It may change a relationship. It may shift a situation. It may open a chapter of your life that has been waiting behind a closed door. Whatever form it takes, whatever it touches, trust that it is meant to happen. Trust that the patience you have shown has not been wasted, but has been building something solid. Trust that the words you have been holding are good words, honest words, words that the world and the people in it need to hear from you. And when the moment comes, when the setting is right and the words are there and the door swings open, walk through it, Taurus. Walk through it with the quiet, unshakable strength that has always been yours. The conversation is coming, and so is everything it carries.